Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another installment of r/Just Know, where we read through stories submitted by our subscribers and choose the best ones to read here on the channel. And today, we have a story that I am so excited to read because I love cheese. So today's story is called Today I Messed Up by Turning a Karen's Deli Counter Meltdown into a Cheese Trivia Battle that nearly got me banned from my grocery store. I just wanted some Gouda and Parmesan for a fancy charcuterie board I was making for date night. I was waiting at the deli counter, listening to a podcast about the history of cheese. Yeah, I'm that guy, when Karen stormed in like a hurricane in yoga pants. She had that classic I am about to ruin everyone's day aura sunglasses on her head, a Starbucks cup in one hand, and a vibe that said she'd complain about the air quality if given the chance. Karen cut straight to the front of the line, ignoring the ticket system, and started berating the deli worker, who I dubbed Sarah. Because she had a friendly smile, despite looking like she was one rant away from quitting, Karen demanded authentic French brie, preferably from a small farm in Normandy, aged for exactly 60 days. Sarah explained they had regular brie, but not the super specific kind Karen wanted. That's when Karen lost it. Yelling that Sarah was useless, the store was a joke, and here is the kicker, nobody in this pathetic line even knows what real cheese tastes like. I was trying to stay out of it, but that last comment hit me where it hurts. My cheese obsession. I've spent years learning about cheese, from watching videos to attending a cheese tasting class. Don't judge. I couldn't let this slide. So I cleared my throat and said, "Actually, ma'am, brie doesn't need to be from Normandy to be good. It's still brie." Karen spun around, her eyes drilling into me like I'd just stolen her last kale smoothie. "Who do you think you are, talking to me about cheese?" she snapped. And then, in a moment of pure, reckless enthusiasm, I threw down the gauntlet. "How about a cheese trivia showdown?" I said. "You name a cheese, I'll give a fact. I name a cheese, you give a fact. Whoever runs out of facts loses." The line went dead silent. Sarah's jaw dropped, and a guy holding a pack of hot dogs whispered, "This is gonna be good." To my shock, Karen smirked and said, "Fine, cheese boy, let's go." What followed was the most intense 15 minutes of my life. I started with our cheddar, named after the village of Cheddar in Somerset, England, where it was first aged in caves. Karen fired back, "Brie, made from cow's milk with a white mold rind." I countered, "Parmesan, can be aged up to 36 months for extra flavor." She hit me with Roquefort, a blue cheese made from sheep's milk in southern France. The line was eating it up, cheering like we were in a sports bar. A teenage kid started filming on his phone, and an older guy in a trucker hat yelled, "Get her, cheese dude!" We went back and forth. Me with Gouda, smoked versions are aged in wax. Her with Camembert, similar to brie but with a stronger flavor. I was holding my own, but Karen was surprisingly knowledgeable, probably from years of terrorizing delis. Then I pulled out my ace, Mont d'Or, a soft French cheese, often wrapped in spruce bark with a creamy texture. Karen froze. She stammered, then said, Swiss cheese has holes." I pounced. "You mean Emmental?" "The holes come from carbon dioxide bubbles during fermentation." The crowd went wild. "Cheese dude wins," shouted trucker hat guy. Sarah, grinning, tossed me a free slice of Havarti for the show. Karen's face turned beet red and she shouted, "This is ridiculous! I'm reporting you all!" before storming off to find the manager. The line gave me a standing ovation, and Sarah slipped me an extra chunk of Parmesan for the vibes. But the saga wasn't over. Karen came back with the manager, who looked like he'd aged 10 years in the last hour. He told me I caused a disturbance and warned me not to start trivia contests in the deli again. Karen got her brie and left, but not before glaring at me like I'd ruined her day. As I walked out with my cheese, Sarah whispered, "I gave her the oldest brie we had. It's probably a little past its prime." I don't know if she was serious, but I like to think Karen's fancy cheese night was a flop. Date night went great, and my girlfriend thinks I'm a legend for defeating a Karen with cheese facts, but I'm pretty sure I'm on some grocery store watch list now. So we have a few comments from some of our top commenters. Sir Galahad says, "The best part of this whole thing is that the stupid Karen brought the manager over, but the manager didn't see anything wrong. He only saw the end result. This could be the guy or girl who stops bees from attacking people. With their stingers, they are heroes who sacrifice themselves." And then Shits Pants Down Under says, "Was the cheese worth it?" And then Kayla Jade says, "There's a grocery store near me that has a deli like this. I will be doing this the next time I go. God, I hope there's a Karen there. Also, OP, please update if you get banned." Well, I guess that's our story. Our next Reddit post is going to be slightly more wholesome than this one. So if you guys would like to hear that story, then why don't you stick around and leave a like on this video? And if you want to hear more of our Reddit videos, then definitely consider subscribing.